Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is January 12th, 2024, and we are going to the stamp show. And we're going to try something. I've brought $100 with me. That's going to be my budget. We're going to see what I can find. Actually, I haven't even gone through the list of the stamps that I need. I kind of have an idea what I'd like to look for, but I'm kind of looking for bargains. What can you get at a stamp show for a bargain? Let's go find out. Now, I know some of you might say $100, wow, that's a lot of money. Or you might be saying, $100, what are you going to get for $100? That's why I kind of picked that number. It's kind of an in-between. I know last time I went to the stamp show, I bought some nice older Scott catalogs. It only cost me like $30 or something like that, so that was a good amount. But I did find some stamps that my father didn't have, and some of them I paid $20 just for one stamp. And I know there was other stamps that I wanted that were way more than that. So I thought, this is probably a good test. Let's go and see what there is for this dollar amount. Let's see what I can get that I want, because I know you can buy a lot of stuff that maybe you don't even want. So I figure let's go see what they got this year. And for those of you who are looking and seeing snow on the ground, yes, we do have snow. It's -8 right now. It's going to go up to +3 for those of you who enjoy the weather reports. And it is 10 o'clock in the morning. That's what time the stamp show starts. So I'm just going to be a couple minutes late for it. But my friend Kyler from Prince Edward Island is coming over, so I'm excited to go see him again and catch up. For those of you who are finding this channel for the first time, go ahead, subscribe, like, leave positive comments, and share with other people. That's how we're going to make this channel grow. Well, we made it. We're at the Legion, and so we're going to go in and see what they got going on today. All right, I'm going to show you. I came in under budget. I came in with a budget of $100. I spent $99, and I'm going to show you where I spent it. You may not get to see exactly every stamp because some of them I am going to show in a future video. But it was very quiet. We were expecting a snowstorm that didn't happen, so a lot of dealers and vendors never showed up, and probably a lot of regular customers didn't show up either. The advantage to that, though, is that you get to sit down at tables and just go through books and not have other people going through them. You get the first pick of everything. And at the auction, there weren't a lot of bidders at the auction either, so a lot of auction items sold for really cheaply. Let me show you what we got. Normally you're only seeing this room when I'm doing Lego videos, but I thought this is the best place to display what I got for my budget. First though, I want to thank Kyler, who came from Prince Edward Island. He's the one who sent me a postcard to say that he was coming to town for the stamp show and told me about it to begin with. He brought some things for me, which I was surprised about. Very cool. He brought me this. It's a sheet, 1 to 1,000. If you go to a show, you can just check off the numbers you already have. You can double it up if there's more than that, 2,000 stamps in that country. He gave me a bunch of those sheets. I can make photocopies of them. Just an easy way of going in and trying to find particular stamps that you might be missing from your collection. So he gave me that. That was great. He also gave me a whole bunch of stamp mounts, a ton of them here that he wasn't using. I thought that I might want to use them, so when I get to really putting all these stamps into the collection, I am going to need some stamp mounts without using the hinges, of course. I'll put those aside. He also gave me a whole bunch of pages that I can put through the binders for protecting my stamps, so not using hinges or mounts. You can put them in binders. All right, now let's get to what did I get for a budget of $100? Let's start here first. So the very first thing I did was sit down at the table that had binders, and inside the binders you can buy a stamp for 10 cents. So I went through and bought all these stamps at 10 cents a piece. So this whole lot here cost me $40. So there's the first bit of the budget that was spent. The next thing I did is I went and they had these. They were all sets. They're all British stamps, but sets. They were $2 each. So I got $10 worth of those. And then I got these sets. You can see as they're marked. They gave me a discount because I bought them as a bulk amount. So all this together cost me $27. So we're up to $67. And then I went to the auction. So, oh no, we're gonna do this. The auction, I won this 50 first day covers, and I spent $5. I found some penny reds. I recently did a video on penny reds, so if you know about them, I got a whole bunch of really good penny reds here. Let's see if I can show you without the flash, without the light. Those, and then there were a couple in the back. I didn't even notice when I went to buy them that there was a few on the back too. So those, all those stamps, those 10 stamps cost me $10, so $1 stamp, not too bad. Then I won this, a whole binder of first day covers. I paid $7 for it, and I haven't yet gone through, but there is a ton of stuff here, as well as information that goes along with it. And then finally, that is $89. The final thing I did was I found this. There was a collection bin you could go through that had collections of the Canadian, Chilean, Colombian stamps. So this is what I really wanted. It was a Newfoundland collection. You can see there's only one on this page, but there is a bunch of pages here that have stamps. Some of them have a whole bunch of duplicates, so I'm gonna have stamps that I can send off and trade to other people. You can see there, a whole bunch of the same stamps. But it was on for $12.95, I got it for $10. So for all of these stamps, I spent $99 Canadian. I think I got a good deal. I'm going to go through and look exactly what's in all of these binders. I'll do a future video showing you some of the stamps that are in there, some of the things that I bought this way too. Yeah, so you can do it. Is it possible to stay on budget? Yes, it is. Can you go to a stamp show and buy a lot of value for a small amount of money? Yes, you can. You can sit down like I did, sat next to Kyler. We had binders and binders that everything in the binders was 10 cents each. You can find a lot of stuff in your collection for that. They have thematic stuff that you could buy, tons of stuff for the Olympics, Disney, animals. Yeah, it was great. There was a ton of stuff to buy. I went in with a specific mindset of the stamps that I was looking for. I bought other things too that I wasn't necessarily looking for, but for the right price, I thought, let's grab it. And I kept in with budget. There were two things at the auction that I probably could have bid more on and won them that I really liked, but I wouldn't have stayed within budget, so I didn't do that. In February, if I get to go again, maybe something will be there that I can get that time too. Now, if you don't have that limitation in your budget, there were also tons of things you could do that were all by Scott Catalog, that you can look for those missing pieces from your collection, and you can pay a little bit more for them. There were stamps there that were over $1,000 if you wanted them, but you can pay as little as 10 cents a stamp. And if you were buying in bulk like I did, they always gave you a deal. So even if you say you bought 100 stamps, they might give you a little bit of a discount, which I was happy they did, and I stayed within budget. So I'll show you. We'll go back to the stamp show again. Next time, hopefully there'll be more dealers and things there. If the weather is better, I can tell you right now it is snowing outside, so the weather that we were worried about is starting a little bit. We're not going to get as much as they said we were, but we are getting a little bit of white stuff out there right now. All right, you, my stamp collectors and fellow philatelists, till the next video, and there will be one coming up because I've got two in the next week that I'm going to show you. One is a continuation of Stamp of the Month that's coming out, and I'm going to go into more detail of the stuff that I bought here as well this week. All right, have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?